Welcome back to 2013, another batch of fossils. We're ticking away here at, well, let's make sure we get the Uranos first if we can. 96, 10%, okay. Great. Plowing away at Urano and Sucho. We could do Nasuto actually before we do Sucho maybe, since Nasuto will be pretty quick now that the research is done. Might as well. We got all our dudes out. We got these guys waking up. The Microceratus is being a little pain in my ass. He was immune to being darted, apparently. Will he just, like, get over his concussion? Like, will that happen eventually? Can I just ignore the concussed micro? Because it really fucking sucks, because these guys cannot dart small animals. It's like literally just the worst. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it just never works. And fuck if I know why, man. But it is aggravating. I'll tell you that much. Okay, buried treasure from the Nasutos. We don't really need it, but I'll take it. I think I got so mad I spit a tiny bit. Alright, fossils. Urano's going on the truck tour because there's space here to accommodate it. I already moved the hatchery over here last year. So obviously these are Camp Cretaceous Uranos with the film skin, film in quotation marks. I think we'll do like 2 batches and probably call it good there. Do I want to clear any thirsty, maybe? Oh, just kidding. I never did thirsty. Well, I could just clear the weak. Then it's less likely to conflict with the other genes. It does make it somewhat easier to get an alpha. Sure. I suppose if I would have... No, because the other one's doing fossils. Yeah. No. One batch at a time. One at a time. We have 52 mil, so like we're making money hand over fist for sure. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by this. Like, dude, just fucking do it. Do I have to take over? Like, they're not even panicked. That's how bad this is. Is like... They failed so spectacularly that, like... The animals don't even care. I think it's... What is the problem? Like, they go to sleep and then you're done? Like, they can't... Like, the hitbox hits the ground and they can't actually do it? Like, do I have to explicitly micromanage for the ones that are, like, awake? Alright, well, I was helping, and I got 3, like, really quick, compared to these dipshits in the helicopters, who, what am I really paying these men for? Like, fuck me. God damn it. Sell! Sell! Buy! It's the compy economy. The ecompany? Never mind. Alright, everything is ready to go. So, Uranos. These come in batches of 4. Skittish, humble, thirsty. Humble, social, skittish. Humble, tolerant, social, skittish. Oh, I mean, these should all be fine. None of them are good. But, let's focus on the Uranos. 5, 6, 7... No, I can't. Can't do it. Not well. You are mad at me. Flores. Alright, Flores is going to break. We can release 4 to start with, even if they're shit. I'm probably not gonna, actually. I'd like to release the alpha first. At least the alpha's pack first. So, Random favorite, Rana. I do have the JWE1 skin installed, but it's probably bugged because that's not supposed to happen. Let's not look at that. Weird. Yep. 50-50. Humble social. There's no conflicting negative genes, so this shouldn't be that bad. Let's do it. And then the fiver can do it alone. And then we'll put the fiver back on fossils when these are done. Okay. Oh, they got one. Ooh, color me deeply surprised. Do I have 2 left to clear? Is that true? Social 6? Yeah, okay. Man, what an ordeal. I am halfway tempted to honestly kind of just headcanon copies going forward in park builds, because putting them in for real can be a real pain in my ass. I also just don't like that they need so much goddamn sand. They're like a handful of copies, and they're like, Father, I require my own sandbox. Every copy wants his own sandbox. And it's like, I can't do this for you, man. I can't do it anymore. You little shits. I should mod them a way to not have sand. Frankly, it's kind of obnoxious. And we can do that. We can just change that. I'm sorry, are you glitched? Why are my gyrospheres glitched? Okay, they're not. They're actually moving. Never mind. They were glitched? Oh, maybe they were all blocked up by an animal being in front, and they got backlogged, and now they're coming out. That must be it. Oh, are they revving? Yeah, you could see where they hitch a little bit, and they stop moving for like a split second occasionally. Yeah. The leg is building, and the engine is dying. For sure. Okay, Nasudos. 5. Social Humble Alpha. Great. Give me all these boys. We'll just start with the 5, I think, for now. I don't see a pressing need to have too many of them. They're going in Triceratops territory with the other Ceratopsians. I like the idea of that being just the big old Triceratops, or big old Ceratopsian pen. That makes me happy. And then here we still have plenty of Sucho. Get it, Yakub? Oh, and Sucho's done. Okay. So with Sucho completed, next animal we want is, honestly, Cerato and Sinoceratops. Okay. Probably. Sinoceratops is probably a bigger priority. I believe we know Sinoceratops was bred in 2014. I believe there is a... Oh, the micro did get sedated. I almost said serrated. That's a little bit different. We do know, I believe from the DPG adoption papers, that there was a Sinoceratops born in 2014. I personally believe that the episode 1 of Camp Cretaceous, where Darius Bowman is surprised to see Sinoceratops in the park, I take that to mean that Sinoceratops was not one of the 14 herbivores in Jurassic Park, and that it was a 15th herbivore bred specifically for Camp Cretaceous and not publicly available in 2015. So my take is we start building Camp Cretaceous in 2014, and then it goes live in like 2016. That's my personal headcanon.
Transportation complete.
All right. So Nsudos. Oops, I almost chucked that one over in a weird corner. Let's get the micro treated next. Micro machine, treat this guy. 8 on an 8. Okay. Resting you. Rano clutch number 2. Social tolerant humble alpha. Alright. We'll see if 8 Oranos and 5 Nasudos is going to be enough. I'm going to try and keep things a little limited for the newer species that we're putting in, just to give my poor computer / the poor game engine a break. It's not my computer's fault. It's the game engine. The game engine just fundamentally breaks down when you get too big. And that's just how it be. Like, you can supercharge your computer, of course, to have more dinosaurs in your park. But, like, it's diminishing returns, for sure. So, no matter how crazy you make your machine, it won't last. Okay, the trikes are fine, man. I can't sit here and, like, monkey with every animal's needs constantly. Let it go, man. Let it go. Move on. All right. This is a geneticist sleeping here. Is that correct? Yes. So when the geneticist gets back, let's talk animals. Okay. We did Nasudo. We got Arano. I said we need Sino, and we need Strato. So Sino is here. Let's do Sino next. That'll be harder to dig up. So let's just get started on it. Strato will be easy, so doing Strato second, I think, is good. 1 minute there. Do we have any Nasudos on the ground yet? We do. Okay, hop 1, ground leaf, and you're happy with everybody else here. Okay, so I guess my question is, what is everybody else eating in this pen? Trikes, you need a little more forest. I guess I deleted a little bit too much tree. And Pachyrhinos, you're all trikes. Pachyrhinos, you're good. All right, decorations, give me a big tree. Not big enough. I need bigger. How about a nice temperate tree? I mean, it's not bigger, but it is different. All right, give me one of these. Give me one of these. Or I could put in a random autumn tree, but that aesthetically seems weird. Okay, Oranosauruses. Sorry, please play it. We only ever see, like, what, 2 or 3 of these in Camp Cretaceous? We could maybe infer that they're pretty rare on the island, but you really can't actually use Camp Cretaceous to evaluate overall populations, because certain animals like Triceratops just have never been in the show for budgetary reasons. These are fruit, which is going to be a little bleh. So we'll do kind of what we've been doing, and we'll, like, kind of give them stands of fruit in some areas, maybe. For now, we'll just start down here in the corner, and then as they expand around, maybe we'll put in fruit groves elsewhere for them. Top 5. That seems weird. That's a weird number to pick. Common cold on a Stegosaurus. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you, idiots. Why are you all over here now? Okay, I'm gonna choose to ignore that, or I'll go crazy. Alright, I think 5 Nasudos is plenty. So yeah, we picked kind of some grayer and whiter colors to mix together. Just for a little bit of variety, because, I don't know, hard to tell exactly what shade the Nasudos are in all of their depictions. Because in a lot of Dominion, they're kind of just in shadow and stuff. The only good look you really get at Nasuto is like Chaos Theory and then Battle of Big Rock. This is probably a little too dark, honestly. But whatever. It mostly just feels right to me to have a little bit of color variation because so many of the animals end up with color variations because of Camp Cretaceous specifically. Oh look, a compy that's separated out from the herd. How great. You need forest. You're like almost there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so that's as good as any of that gets. And we finished our research. Give me Cerato. Allosaurus Giga 18. Jesus. 4. Okay, so that probably means we need to do staff upgrades, actually, which we can afford. Let's do it like this. All right, Suchomimus. And Baryonyx, actually, too. Let's do Suchos first. So, for the Suchomimus, we have a Chaos Theory mod that adds all 3 variations seen in Chaos Theory. We're going to also mix in the blue and yellow website version as best as we can make it in-game. $13. Alright, I mean, we have it, so that's fine. Yeah, then when the logistics people are back, we can dig up Sino. Alright, staff improvements are done. So. You need a break, you need a break. Go ahead, go ahead. So this gives us our geneticists on deck. We needed how much here again for Cerato and Allo? 18 on 4. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Only requires 1 point. But then I have to wait for you to get back. If I do 2, I can do this now. Let's just knock it out. Let's just get it done. 10, 5, 1, 2. Go. Alright. And let's look at our Suchos. We get 4 eggs. Social, humble, thirsty. Social, humble, fit. Social, fit. Social, fit. I want at least 1 of each. B, C, B, Yukon. So I think I'm gonna breed more, of course, and then delete maybe B from the skins. That way it's not favoring those too much. Okay, pausing for a second. Also been thinking about some stuff here. So let's look at this. So we got, yeah, we probably need a set of large amenities in here. I think I'm going to do that. I might redesign this. This is kind of weird, the way this is set up currently. So I might redo this. And then what we could do as well, since this is going to be such a high impact enclosure, is we could put in a remote viewing gallery. So if we put in an entrance here, how far can we go? Yeah, we can put one in like way over here. Why is that not connected? Fuck. Alright, come on, build already, you bastard. Complete connection to the dome. Why does that not connect automatically? What the fuck? Do I have to explicitly click the tunnel first? Was it always like that? I feel like it wasn't always like that. I don't know, man. Listen, it's me being stupid, I guess. Fine, whatever. My fault. Alright, give me one of those. We don't know that there wasn't dome viewing galleries there. And that's enough to convince me to do it. Wait, I didn't have to do it this time! Why did I have to click it before? Okay, so I'm not crazy. It did fucking bug out and be weird. Okay, there. So that'll get a little bit better view for this high-value Spinosaurus enclosure. Unreachable by guests. Bro, what? But it's not? Oh my god, Mosasaurus! Dude, you didn't glitch for the longest fucking time and you did it again. What is going on here? 2 of you are dying of pneumonia / common cold. Well, have you tried not being the dumbest bastards that have ever lived? And all sitting next to the fence? Like a bunch of friggin' buffoons? Like, seriously, why are you all standing here in one giant fucking clump letting your territory decay? They'll start panicking when the darts come flying in. And what's going on over here? Have you guys darted anything? To be fair, you know what? You probably should have darted something by now. I'm gonna say that I'm not wrong about that. All right, medium carnivores is done. Medical's here. Fuck, dude. I wonder if no, because the Mosa glitch happened like right away. It's not an issue with like the park being laggy or anything. It's just the game. For sure. Alright, resting. So yeah, we can't really synth, but we can go out and start digging up Ceratos. So do that. Alright, Ceratos comes with some stuff, comes with a 50% on 2, and that's all there. Then we gotta go to the other dig site and get the rest. So just do it, just get it. Alright, 2013. We need more Suchos before we can end 2013 alongside berries. So let's get another round going here. I am carrying with me a disgruntled man over here. Let's get him on break. Ibrahim, I could put a point into you on genetics and have you do fossils for me, honestly. I think I'm okay with that idea. Cerato, we don't need to breed right now. This is for next year. But I'm happy to have it out of the way and resolved. Spinoceratops, though, we do need to do, so. Let's make sure that is going. And then we still have welfare here to hatch. What happened to my micro? No, I put him back. I remember. What are the compies doing? We've sedated a few. Sure. You know what? That's not that bad. I'm clearly not trying to click on the Apato. Like, give me a fucking break. Obviously, that's not what I'm trying to do. There should be... So, what the problem here, this game should have intelligent layering, where when there is very clearly an animal that you can actually transport, that should overrule everything else in the vicinity. I shouldn't be hovering over an icon for a compy and having it tell me I needed to sedate this Apatosaurus if I want to move it. Because very clearly that's not what I'm trying to do. Right? This is not complicated to do, either. I know enough about game dev to know that. You just connect the movement to the icon, and the icon's already layered above the animal. Done. Instead, the movement is connected to the specifically the creature, which is under the apado, and that's just a dumb way to do it. Maybe there's some sort of weird, quirky engine limitation, but, like, I don't believe it. There's almost certainly going to be compies in weird spots here. A good egg. I forgot about that. That was the stego, I think, that saved the herd from going berserk. There's a compy. Maybe we got most. The cruise is like... Cruise is 11 copies, apparently. Not really convinced that's it. Oh, also, I don't know if I said this in the video, but I fixed the Mosasaur by reloading this time, which did reset his pathfinding. Rather than sedating and moving, because last time we tried to sedate and move, it didn't work anyway, and we had to reload anyway. Alright, Suchos. This is the first one coming in. Sucho number 1. So yeah, there we go. A very lovely looking Chaos Theory Suchomimus. This thing is a beauty. Very cool mod. You idiots need sand? Are you serious? Okay, well, we'll just sand up the back beach area. And that'll be a fine enough way for us to handle this. Alright, so this one is the Chaos Theory Sucho B. So I guess that's the browner one. C is the orange and red, the very vibrant one. Very nice. I like their boots. I think giving them boots was genius when it came to designing these. Yeah, we'll be releasing Indominus at the end. We'll like breed it at the end of 2015, and then we'll go into 2016 with like the public display of the Indominus, and that's kind of where the park build will end. Sucho number 3 is another B, and then number 4 is a website Sucho. So yeah, there you go. You get a website Sucho alongside the Chaos Theory Sucho. Here's the second clutch. Aggressive is a no-go, I think. We got Yukon Papu, and we got an A. Was A what we were missing? I could just double welfare this and speed it up. That's pretty substantial speed up. Let's just do that. I think A was what we were missing, right? So I'm probably okay with that being our full pack of Suchos. That's 6. Yeah, B and C. Okay. So 6 Suchos, 2 website, 1 of each Chaos Theory variant, and then an extra Chaos Theory variant. That's fine. So then we just need Sinoceratops DNA for 2014. And then 2014 as we start breeding the animals that'll eventually go into the Camp Cretaceous part of the park, which includes those said Sinoceratopses. And then we breed Ceratos for the quarantine area. The other thing we need here then is we need website berries. So let's do a round of Baryonyx. This is the last thing for 2013. So we get the variant. This one does not cause issues. Beautiful. 2015 Nublar variant. Sure, I don't really care who ends up being the alpha. So how many berries do we have in the park currently? Because we did extra ones because we ended up having a few more. 8 of these. Okay, and the Suchos are not forming a pack with them, which is good to know. Looks like they need more sand here, so let's up the sand game a bit. Okay. And how are the berries doing on forest? Because I did see here that this was not everything it could be. Okay, that'll probably be good. All right. So, 5 Baryonyx, 4 non-aggressive. So 4 website berries. I'm okay with doing this, I think. I guess the Suchos are just about done. That was really dumb, actually. I didn't really look at the timer on the Suchos. Oh well.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
So that'll be 12 Baryonyx, 8 traditional, 4 website. I think that's okay. Given that we never see the website berries except for on the website, a 2-to-1 ratio feels fine to me. Now, let's see these Suchos. All right, animals are being airlifted over. Let's get this cooking. That way we can rush through next year maybe as quickly as possible. Try and fit it in the same episode. Looking plausible. It's looking pretty good. Actually. Next year is a pretty minor year, as was this year, so getting them together would be good. Alright, Sucho 6. That's the other Yukon Papu. And then Chaos Theory A. So yeah, that's the gray-red. Versus B, which is the browner. The browner red. Yeah. Brown and yellow. With brown with a yellow belly, gray, and then the orange. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Very neat. Awesome. Alright, and they're happy. They're happy as clams. And the berries, we'll see how they're doing when the other ones get airlifted over. They're on their way. Alright, well that wraps up formally 2013 with these guys landing. That's probably not worth processing yet. And then 2014 is a prep year. 2015 is the big, like, revitalization push with the Indo coming in near the end of the year and whatnot. There's our website berry. Very lovely animal. Better design than the Fallen Kingdom one, obviously. Interesting that it still has a splash of blue on the face by the eye. I wonder if that's where they got the inspiration for the Fallen Kingdom. Having that splash of blue on the face. Could be. Okay, these guys should probably be pretty good, but we might need to sneak some more trees in. We'll see. That's a lot of Spinosaurids, though. Ooh, look at how... That's pretty sick with the boat tour. Like, they get right up in there. Oh, this is great. I would go to this park. Hell fucking yeah. Sick shit. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. I hate you guys. Come on, man. Seriously? You're missing forest now, you big dumb babies? Fucking stegos, man. Annoying. I don't even know why they're congregating in the front so hard. I mean, it's just like variance. At least it's not as bad as JPOG, where they all congregate in like a particular corner always. We should get the copies out of here next, maybe. It's less things to get in the way of everything else. Let me do that. All right, sell that, sell that. So yeah, this is formally the start of 2014. Okay, we remove you, we do you, and we do you. So, in this year, when we start breeding the animals for Camp Cretaceous, we can start with the Gallimimuses. No, there's no galleys in until season 2. Just kidding. We do breed new galleys this year, though. I did put that down as something that happens. So let's put in, how many galleys do we have in this part? We have 39. Let's just breed another batch straight. Maybe I can do it on the welfare specialist. Because I can just, like, reset these. Yeah, perfect. 3. I'd rather have the 10 do, like, fossils or something. Okay, and I said I was going to redesign this, and I haven't yet, so let me do that. Alright, minor storm, nothing to worry about. It's not one of the crazy minus 20% comfort storms, so we don't have to deal with, like, the nonsense that happens in the aviary. Cynofossils are still coming in. We don't... No, we do have enough to process here, so let's do that on you. And that gets us... Okay, so the last batch should be kind of it. Okay, so I should be able then to do our Ceratos? Yep. We got 10 galleys coming in here. So we got, yeah, 2015 skins. I don't really... Okay, so I'm going to be real. In the Camp Cretaceous mod, I think these 2015 Ceratos are a little weird looking. But we're going to use them because they're in the mod. It's the osteoderms on the back. I don't really like how much they stand out versus the base skin. I'll show what I mean when I release them. No grief to the mod author. The fact that anybody bothered to do these skins in the first place is pretty cool. It's just, this is literally an aesthetic consideration of mine. I like it more when the osteoderms blend in. I'm not even saying this is inaccurate or anything. I'm literally just saying aesthetically, I like the base skins more. But also, like, my definitive favorite version of the Jurassic World Ceratosaurus is the JWE one, which I think is beautiful compared to the kind of blocky and Tyrannosaurus JP3 one. And I probably said it in my videos back in the day on, the Hammond collection, but I was actually pretty happy to see the Hammond collection figure be based on, like, essentially based on the JWE design and not the actual film design, which is arguably heresy for what is supposed to be a line of film collectibles. But I'm going to be real frank with you. I'd rather have a pretty figure than an accurate figure. And that also holds true to animals in the game. So I am perfectly happy to have a not quite accurate Cerato. But I'm also, firmly on the team of we need the film canon Mamenchisaurus, and we should have that, and we don't, and that's really weird. And that is fundamentally because I really like the Cerato, and the Mamenchi doesn't really do anything for me. So if it's not really going to do anything for me, I would prefer we get the correct one. All right, sell that. So that should finish it off, I would assume. I guess we can check. I'm going to probably hold off on running expeditions to make sure we can breed these guys as fast as possible. And then we can start working on the 2015 animals pretty soon. Berry check, Sucho check. Yeah, they're all good. Compy check. Okay, we got some sedated ones. All the choppers are still here doing work. That one's still queued up on a bunch. This one is not. Let me do this. So here's what I did with the aviary sector. We just kind of smoothed it out. The curve made it less jarring. It nicely follows the mountainside. I'm very happy with it. We put in large amenities, and it's frankly not enough. Hopefully this arrangement with these remote viewing galleries being closer here does not cause any issues with the ranger teams. If it does, we'll have to figure something else out. And then, yeah, so we still have demand here, which is kind of an issue. Or at least the toilets are good. Toilets, 100%, shelters, 100%. Yeah, so there's probably a decently substantial demand here. So I think we'll start with a medium. Hold on. Books, drinks. Okay, so medium shopping. Let's put it all the way down here, I guess. Which is kind of weird. Let's see. 362. Okay, so that's worth a medium. So 362, 475, and this one is still 900. Alrighty then. Drinks, so we can put a drinks next to it, or I could start building here. You know what? There is like kind of enough space here that I might as well honestly start building here. Just continue around the hill, because it's weird to have them on a side sector. I don't really like that. Are we actually like really out of power for realsies? If so, we're running on backup. Oh no, that one's just not in range. So hopefully we're not running on backup then. You could stay up there. Drinks. Yeah, I guess we'll just let that get in. Okay, let me grab this. T-shirts. The t-shirts, let's put you here next to the... This will be the lagoon. Or the Spinosaurid lagoon, not the Mosasaurus lagoon. The Spinosaurid lagoon. Lowercase L, not capital L, right? Amenity, so to speak. That's where I was going with that. So yeah, I guess we do... Yeah, stick with Boba. Okay. Pteranodon has an ailment, which probably means there's a bad feeder. Yep. Alright, fucking... This too, it's the same thing, man. Like... Disinfect the feeder. I don't care about scanning this random Dimorphodon. The layering should be so that this thing with the UI element pop-up is the thing you click on. Saying it again, because it's true. If you're listening for some weird reason, Frontier, take that to heart for JWE2. It's a minor thing, but annoyances build, right? Grievances build. So every little minor annoyance you can fix, that just makes people feel better about your game. Alright, alright. Why'd you guys move all the way around here? It's probably fine. They'll move around a bunch. It doesn't matter. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Animals. Galleys. Go. Go. Get in there. Maximum speed. Wow, they're maximum speed indeed. Alright, they're comfortable. Alright, Cerato eggs. 2015A, 2015B, Death Valley Rana, 2015A. Do I just take 4 of these? Sure. Let's take all 4. If the game gives us 4, we'll take 4. Let me cook up a pen. Okay, here's what I cooked up for our Ceratos. It's a double-walled containment enclosure using JP3 fence for the reference. Kind of set into a little bit of a pit. I didn't want to go too hard on the whole pit thing because the car has to drive in there, of course. But it's enough of a pit to conceptualize them being, I don't know, you know, zoos use more like pits and moats as a way to constrain animals. So it's kind of a reference to that. Don't know if they're going to fit, frankly, and if they don't, I'll probably purge one. And we're just going to chuck them in here and forget about them. Why are the Ceratosaurs in quarantine? I don't know. It makes no sense to me because the Ceratos have been largely a chill animal in the franchise. Maybe they all have poop breath, and that's why we put them in. They won't stop eating. No, they don't eat the shit. They walk away from the shit. So that doesn't make sense. That's not the lore. Okay, here it is. Here's that canon. The Ceratos are part of a planned exhibit alongside Allosaurus to represent the carnivores of the Morrison Formation. The Ceratosauruses were bred first, the Allosaurus were bred second in 2015, and this was an exhibit that conceptually was going to open sometime in 2016, maybe after the Indominus Paddock. We did it. We invented it. We got a reason. Okay, 2015A. So this is the first of the Camp Cretaceous skins. So this is what I mean here about the osteoderms. They like stand out way too much to me. And this is another 2015A, so we got 2 of those. And then we got our JWE1 coming in, and then we got the gray one coming in. So this one... Yeah, so this is the gray one. You can more or less make this in base game, but we might as well use the mod version. So their territory actually blows. I was thinking they were fairly chill. Not gonna lie. I was not prepared for this level of problem. That's with the alpha? Really? Really? Okay. Let's double the size of the exhibit. All right, and our Cerato exhibit is good to go. It is, so the remaining animals at this point are Sinoceratops, Allosaurus, and Indominus. And then some additional population for like Parasaurolophus lux, and then the gyrosphere animals for Camp Cretaceous, like the ones that are seen in episodes like 1 and 3. Which is what these pairs are for. So, I guess I'm fine with the thirsties. I don't think I really care that much. I guess we'll do 2 of these. I'm pretty convinced there were like at least 7 during the roundup sequence. So 2 clutches gives us 10, and that's probably close enough to whatever you want the actual number to be. I have an actual count on the Ankies I found on like Reddit. I don't really believe it, but I'm probably just going to use it. So it's like 10 Ankies or something in the Camp Cretaceous part of the park. That's what this holding pen here is for. This is what we'll start releasing the Camp Cretaceous animals as we make them over the next couple of years in game. I could skip this one because it's... Oh, we got a tolerant humble alpha. You know what? Yeah, let's just take these 5. That's fine. 9 on the gyrosphere is probably not that bad. Okay, who's dying and why? Do you want to bet it's the Mosasaur again? I'm gonna, honestly, I bet it's the Mosasaur again. So my battle plan here is we expand this as we need to accommodate the animals we put into it, and then when we actually build Camp Cretaceous near endgame, we build the pen around it and we just delete it, and then the animals are released into the gyrosphere track, and we don't have to worry about anything. It just works. In the words of Todd Howard, it just works. So we'll just go ahead and slap in seed plants. 3 is stupidly high for their space requirements. For which thing? Oh, for the Ankies. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's because there's like 10 that fight the Scorp. So maybe the person who was citing a population for the Ankies was counting like season 3 shit. But by season 3, like the herds would be mingling across the island, and that doesn't really count. Oh, you're dying. That's really comical. Because I deleted your feeder? Oh no, are you going to starve to death? Whatever will I do? What about your idiot friends? They're all still running around, not sedated. Alright. Alright, Sinoceratops. So, I've done my best to replicate the variations on Sino we see in, well, in the films to, you know, as much of a degree as we can, and in mostly in Camp Cretaceous, which is where the majority of their screen time comes from. We do have 2 modded Camp Cretaceous skins specifically here, but there's definitely multiple colors seen. Even in season 1, there's like orange ones and green ones and whatnot. And let's, of course, set up the genes to not be the worst things that have ever existed. At least to the degree we can. 11. Yeah, you can both do this. Alright, then yeah, once we release these guys, we can formally end this year. This year being 2014, right? Double checking. We released a new wave of Gallimimuses. We released our Ceratos. We've started work on Camp Cretaceous. We were explicitly releasing the Sinos. Yes, that's everything. Okay, and these guys should be like totally fine. Like, their paras are chill. Once you give them their nuts, they don't really bug you. Common cold on a parasaur. How? Bro, I've given you everything. I was just singing your praises and you go and get a common cold on me? That'll teach me, I guess. Okay, Sinoceratops population. What did I think it was? I wrote down 6+. So let's do 2 clutches of Sinoceratops and call it good. 2 is, in fact, 8, which is, in fact, 6+. In the hatchery again. Why is this a thing? The fact that they can get the common cold in the hatchery when they're ready to airlift over is so obnoxious. Almost as obnoxious as these untargetable compies. They'll literally just starve to death at some point, and that's enough to deal with that. Alright, ratings check. 97s. Multiple poorly configured? Maybe because the compy's getting kicked out? Accommodation 81%. Well, that's pretty bad. Let's check another hotel down on the south in the big hotel sector. We'll put one here like this. They're all kind of weirdly staggered from each other when you see them in Jurassic World, so we'll just keep building them like that. Just kind of randomly down here in the south. Yeah, I could shoot them manually, but I could also just let them starve to death. So, I mean, you know, that's kind of a self-solving problem, case in point. And once we purge them from the park altogether, we never have to deal with them again. Which, frankly, is quite appealing at this point, because I'm really over the compies this park build. I guess that's what happens when you put 58 compies in a park. You come to regret it. Alright, you rest. Is this literally still a parasaur? Bro, he's on the ground. You're fine. Territory fixed. Yeah, it was never broken, Frontier. The territory was always fine. I don't know why you would lie to me like this. Alright. Oh, I guess we gotta, like, logically make sure we have every Camp Cretaceous variant for the Sino in, because, like, of course we do. Oh, I guess I never did purge these compies. And that feeder is, in fact, out of range. I guess we'll go refill it for now, because we have enough money. It doesn't really matter. This is hilarious. I'm just gonna let him go. I don't really like the exhibit style animals. I would just like if they had a magically larger hitbox for, like, the Jeeps. Or for the helicopters. I'm pretty okay with this implementation of the animals. I would not mind if it was an option to have them as a small PK style exhibit animal. If the binary option existed and it could be used either way, I'd be happy. That'd just be an upgrade. That'd be great. But if you're moving them explicitly only to a PK style, you know, box exhibit, that doesn't really do it for me. Okay, so you are Champlain Rana, so this is probably just film skin, essentially. Maybe a different shade of green, but, like, who cares if the shade of green is right? You do want some forest, so let's not go too overzealous on clearing out forest, but there's like 1 billion forest over here, so I am gonna at least thin it out a bunch. Yes, Moros. Yes. I mean, I consider these bugs. I consider these not things that should make it into 3. Like, the Moros just don't run. That's the real problem. When they run, they don't die. They just don't consistently run because the game is broken. Like, the compies were never a problem at release. So there's no reason the Moros should be a problem, but they consistently are. We need a ranger station in here. These guys are getting a little overworked, but whatever. Who cares? Get them in there. Seriously, guys?
Asset being transported.
The problem is the moment they sit down, they're immune to being targeted. And this one's dying, so like... It's kind of over. Alright, Sinoceratops number 2. This is one of the Camp Cretaceous skins. So yes, this is the orange Sinoceratops from Camp Cretaceous. Great, there he is. Limpopo Rana was one I picked. Sala Rana is one I picked. Champlain Rana is one I picked. So those are just green, but, you know, different variations. Yes, we do have the Suchos and the berries in. If we go over here, I can show them to you. You know what? Let's look at them on video. They're fun. Baryonyx. There is the website Barry. What a beautiful beast this is. Lovely, lovely creature.
Has been completed.
Let's get this dead copy out of here, actually, before he spreads disease. Get out of here. Go, moron. Also, I noticed now there's a little spot of sand. Let me fix that. Distractions. Okay, it's fixed. And then for the Suchos, boom. We got the website Sucho. We got Chaos Theory Sucho. We got more website. We got more Chaos Theory.
Assets in the air.
And even more Chaos Theory with the best Sucho, probably. Yeah, the website design would be really nice to see that properly in the franchise at some point over the Fallen Kingdom one. I'm okay with our, like, headcanoning here of, like, the retro berry being just the old InGen design and they, like, filled in too much croc genome or some shit. And this is the newer one that came out alongside the Suchos. I think that's a perfectly good explanation for introducing both. I mean, we've literally had... Since the original film, we have canonically had different versions of the dinosaurs. This is something I only learned, like, this year. But you can see in Jurassic Park, in the embryo sequence, when Nedry's still in the embryos, that there are different version numbers for the same species. Which, even if they didn't have outward differences, does mean they had some sort of internal genetic difference in those embryos, which means there were potentially, like, species variants in 1993, which is kind of crazy to me. It makes sense because the version numbers are referenced in the novel, and the novel also says that, like, there were older versions of the animals or whatever. It's just kind of crazy to actually see that detail put on screen when it's, like, so subtle and not noticeable. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you, Mosasaurus, if you don't kill yourself at least. Holy shit, 26%? Save his life. Go. We need to save and reload and fix him. Okay, so let's check the sinos real quick and then reload the park. So 2015A. So this is a less green. Let's do this. He's right here. If we do capture mode, now we can see him. So yeah, I think this is a grayer version of the sino. Yeah. Yeah, kind of grayer. A grayer, less green Sinoceratops from Camp Cretaceous. True. And yeah, all the ones I did, I think, are just green variants for, like, the film designs. I think it pretty much is gray, green, and orange for these guys in Camp Cretaceous. The orange and gray ones are definitely the only ones I really remember seeing different. I also hope the new Raptor in Rebirth is good. I also kind of hope that it's secretly, like, a Utah Raptor or something. Just because I think it'd be fun to have a new... Another new Raptor in the franchise, I guess. I guess I secretly hope it's a Utah Raptor and well-designed so that we can have a well-designed Raptor in the franchise. I mean, I really like the classic Raptors. They were well-designed for, like, 1993. But, like, if we could get, like, an accurate Utah Raptor, well, that would be great. Anyway, that wraps up 2013 and 2014. Next year, 2015, we breed the Indominus Rex and prep for Endgame, I guess, for the end of the run.